Hi, Michael. Walking Dead episodes 3 and also 4. I'm just going to lump them together. Sorry. So, first off, episode 3, right inside the Negan dome. I also thought it was very good. It was interesting to get the glimpse of the show perspective of what Negan's hideout is like. I think in ways it was missing some of the bits that I feel like we got in the comics. Like it didn't feel quite as in depth of a look, but it was also still really great, and like there's a lot of like great new stuff. I think having Daryl there is an interesting twist, just because like I don't know what to expect from it. Like he's just along for the ride. Also, this season seems like it's broken up into so many different perspectives. Like usually, it feels like with Walking Dead, it's like very much like here's our A storyline, here's our B storyline, or whatever, or like it's like it feels like we have so much going on at once that we're trying to keep track of. So every episode is just a completely different place. So I'm curious to see how that comes together in the end. But yeah. Interesting stuff. Interesting, just look at the Negan's perspective of the world and how he kind of turns people onto his side. I don't necessarily have a whole lot to say, I guess, about that episode, but it was good. Episode 4, some intense stuff, like really just a build-up episode for sure. I agree that Rick seems like he's kind of given in a lot more than I want him to be in the comics, but also like I don't know. I think like I was just reviewing it in the comics, and like there's definitely he doesn't fight super hard at first. Like I think we still have to build up to that. They lost all their guns though, which is a game changer for sure. Because like I don't know, maybe they'll get some guns from some other places, but it seems like neither of the other towns really have guns. And so unless they like scavenge more guns, which just seems awful, I'm curious to see how that works. Because like there's some big fights coming up still that they really need guns for. Like yeah, like I think the next I like the build up with Spencer, because in the comics at least, is the second time Negan comes, he kills Spencer because Spencer tries to like overthrow Rick, which I'm hoping they still do. I was like, I before I watched the episode, I hadn't looked at the comics, and I was expecting it to happen in this episode, honestly, just because they hinted at it so much. So we'll see what happens there. But I'm pretty sure like that second time he like kills Spencer, and then Rick's like, all right, that's it, we're going to kill him when they leave, and then they have a big fight and Rick loses again, kind of, except they're able to turn it around a little bit. So I don't know, we'll see if that happens, or like what happens with that in general, because they don't have guns, and like how are they going to make any sort of stands ever against Negan without guns? In other news, they just aged up Judith like crazy over the course of like a day, I feel like, basically, in the story. Maybe like a week. But Judith is definitely much bigger than I thought she was, and maybe I just missed, or maybe, I don't know. It's been a little bit, but like, I got like a toddler now. Like, what the hell? Also, I'm not entirely convinced that Carl's not going to get his storyline. I don't know. Like, in theory, he could be in the back of a thing. I don't think we saw him in any of the post Negan leaving stuff, but like also, I don't know. I think in a way took the Make Me a Bullet more as a like, this is going to start happening, we're going to start making bullets now, kind of a thing. I don't know though, it's hard to say. It's real weird having, I feel like, everyone else be really leading the charge against Negan other than Rick. Like, I'm kind of half expecting Carol to be like, no, we're going to go, or not Carol, fuck Carol. Half expecting Maggie to be the one who's like, Rick, get your shit together, we're going to attack Negan. I don't know. I am excited to see what else happens. Talk to you next week or whatever.